St. Clair Panthers will face their arch rival, the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils, coming off a loss 2 weeks ago. The St. Clair Panthers look to right the ship here tonight as Mount Lebanon has dealt them their early loss. We are in the Mount Lebanon facility, and it's nice to see in the holiday season a lot of the old alumni coming back. And we are treated tonight with Bob Eckert, fresh out of the USC Hockey Hall of Fame announcing crew. Bob Eckert, welcome back to the broadcast booth.
Well, thanks a lot, Kurt. It's great to be back. After having retired 2 years ago, I had to do a little research this morning and came up with that the Upper St. Clair Panthers, 7 wins, 1 loss, 1 tie. The loss coming to this Mount Lebanon club, 4-1, 2 games ago. So Mount Lebanon 8-2, ranked number 2, and Upper St. Clair ranked number 3.
Well, we'd like to wish the viewing audience a happy and healthy holiday season and a prosperous new year. And boy, Bob, you mentioned you recognize some of the names on the Panther roster, but boy, you look down that Mount Lebanon roster and you see the Millhouses, the Sebastians, the Weilands of the world, and we just got to see Danny Weiland home here from University of Michigan. So go blue, and it's nice to be back.
Well, these are 2 great examples of Western Pennsylvania hockey and how it's evolved. The Upper St. Clair Panthers eliminated in the last 2 years. Last year won 19 games, won 17 games the year before that, and they were eliminated in the quarterfinals of the Penguin Cup. So one of the 4 best teams in Western Pennsylvania last year, defending state champions, Mount Lebanon Blue Devils. So it doesn't get any better than this. And with a 7-1-1 for the Panthers and an 8-2 for the Blue Devils, even though Mount Lebanon beat Upper St. Clair here a week or so ago by the score of 4-1, I think we can expect a wide-open game here tonight, and anything can happen.
Well, Mount Lebanon, as you well know, sports a very, very good home record. As a matter of fact, they were undefeated for 4 years in this building and have finally been dethroned by the Erie team this year. And let's see if our own Panthers can be the second team to beat Mount Lebanon at home. The keys to any game, and especially this team, Bob, and I'm sure you'll get into the trapping style defense that this team plays, and boy, the well-coached offensive team by Paul Tabai, and boy, when you get down on the Mount Lebanon team, they make it very difficult to come back.
Well, you know, Mount Lebanon and Bethel Park have really dominated in hockey here in Western Pennsylvania and the whole state of Pennsylvania in the last 10 years. And Tabai, again, was an assistant before coming here to Mount Lebanon 5 years ago and leading Mount Lebanon to a state title last year.
Panthers moving left to right on your TV dial in their away black uniforms, and Mount Lebanon in their home whites, and they'll often shift back from the white and the gold uniform at home. Panthers try to lead the rush out, and boy, Bob, they played the first 15 minutes of the last meeting here without a shot on goal, and I think it's important to transition here early. Panthers actually in that game were able to get 15 shots in the second period, so they finally figured out how to get it out of their own zone.
Well, I recognize some of the names from the Panthers, the Upper St. Clair Panthers here from when I was doing the games here a couple years ago. There's still the 3 top scorers, as a matter of fact, John O'Lohman, Rich Klein, and help me on the
Trevor
third.
Yealy.
Trevor Yealy. They were all playing here when I was last making the call.
And Trevor actually had taken a year off last year for lacrosse purposes, and nice to see Trevor in his senior year back here on the ice. Oh, a dangerous pass, a giveaway in front there, and the Panthers dodge a big bullet there, and I think it's, as I said, Bob, very important for the Panthers to strike here early. Nice young player here, this Michael McKelvey, number 82, and he's got the hair flowing out of the back of the helmet, and he's quite a young offensive player for the Panthers.
Well, yeah, with in only 9 games here, he's got 7 points, so he appears to be coming on.
Play comes into Don Pagnataro, and he had a big game. Oh, nice shot on goal here the other game. He was the lone scorer against Mount Lebanon, number 20, Don Pagnataro, and he had an excellent shot there and a good first opportunity for the Panthers. Matter of fact, we have Don's father on the camera this evening, filling in for John Sarabella, who is under the weather and on the couch.
I also wanted to make note that John O'Lohman, who seems like he's been playing here forever, is one of the top scorers in Western Pennsylvania, the WPIA, whatever it is, Western Pennsylvania Hockey.
Actually, Jono had a conflict in the last meeting between these two teams, and he was sorely missed for the Upper St. Clair team when they played Mount Lebanon. As you well know, this is a team you pretty much have to have your full arsenal when you play them.
Well, that's the thing, Kurt. Year to year, and these teams vary, and night to night they vary because people get sick. They've got other things to do. Sometimes people can't come, make the game, school, whatever. So it's every night it seems sometimes like a different team.
Panthers actually have a penalty here. We're shorthanded as Mount Lebanon will go on the power play, sporting a 5-on-4 advantage. Shot right on, and a big save by DeRora, number 30, Max DeRora, having a great season. Back to the point where Roman's going to take the play. He's going to rag it to the left corner. Give and go, and boy, right to the Milhouse name shot on. Oh, big save by DeRora, and he kicked that out as he had his position quite well. Comes back to center with 1:16 to go here in the man advantage. And Mount Lebanon, as you well know, without the services of Ty Mirovich, who has opted to play for the Chicago Steel. And he's still in the high school ranks, but he's moving up. I'm not sure if that's a junior A program, but Ty Mirovich, quite a force for Mount Lebanon last year.
Well, both of these schools, it seems, have players every year who can't play for the high school because they've moved up and they're playing at a higher level. I know there are probably at least one player in St. Clair that's in the same situation, attending the high school but not playing for the high school
I know
team.
Andrew Blazik, we certainly miss his services, and boy, he's a senior this year as well, and I think actually might even be in the building here this evening. Play's going to come to the corner by number 15, Lucas, and he's going to drive it down deep. Big number 15, Kevin Lucas. Comes around the corner, and the Panthers look very content here just to let the attack come to them on the power play with 30 seconds to go here. Good play by Klein as he's going to pick up the mail, and he's going to take it behind goaltender number 30, DeRora, and he's going to shoot it the length of the ice. Aggressive play by goaltender number 35, Beeling. Shot right on. Oh, another save and a good opportunity there. And finally going to be kicked out by Gralty, and he'll clear it, and that should do it, Bob. Panthers successfully kill their first shorthanded situation. Well, this is the one thing you don't want to get into a habit, taking penalties against this team. It seems like, as you've talked about before, the big teams like Mount Lebanon and Bethel, they'll sit there and be patient just to wait for these opportunities.
Well, Mount Lebanon seems to come up with great players every year, and certainly it's a tribute to their coaching staff that they're constantly, one of the top 2 or 3 teams in Western Pennsylvania hockey year in and year out, as are the Panthers.
Good effort there by Jono Loam, and a delayed offside here, and he'll check back up. And number 91, you may remember that name from 2 years ago, A.J. Moody, and he took last year off, and good to see A.J. back on the ice. Back to the point, and there's Yealy with a blast, and that's going to be broken up in front. Play is loose, and Mount Lebanon will go on a wholesale line change here. Panthers just dump it down deep, and they'll change up as well.
It's pretty much been a feeling out process here, and it seems that neither team has been dominating the play other than having this shorthanded situation.
Panthers look a lot better here early on than they did against the Blue Devils in their own home rink. Pegnatero's going to rag it into goal. Big-time centering pass right by Klein. And a good effort there by number 82, McKelvey, and he's going to rag the puck. Give and go shot. Oh, it's loose. And Surma comes down deep with a quality shot, and it's all Upper St. Clair here, Bob. And a good effort there by Surma as he gambled. Down deep, shot on. Oh, what a save again. And Pegnataro rags it around the corner. Back to the point where Surma's going to drive it down deep. What a shift there for Upper St. Clair.
Great job for the Panthers there. McKelvey, 82.
Play is loose, comes back to McKelvey, looks for Pegnataro. Play's going to come around the corner as the Panthers look to change up here. Right back on the attack is number 56, Yealy. He's going to drive it down deep where it's picked off by Mount Lebanon. Panthers much more physical play here early also compared to the game they played 2 weeks ago.
Number 7, Pat McHugh, just came on the ice, started banging some people.
And one of the interesting things, Bob, you'll probably notice, like all Panther teams, it seems like we probably do have the physical advantage over these teams. It seems like St. Clair always fields big hockey teams. Play is still loose down deep, and a good play by the defense there, still picked up by number 26, Horn, and he's going to rag it around the corner as he looks for 32, Rasco, unable to complete the play. Play is still loose. Panthers having a difficult time getting the play out of the zone, and finally going to be dumped back to center by Yealy, and the Panthers look like they're out of gas, and they'll go for a wholesale change themselves. Play is picked off by number 11, Richie Klein, but the Panthers doing a good job, Bob, staying at home as Horn comes back 1-on-2. One thing you don't want to do is gamble on this team as well. Taken by number 19, DeGangi. He's going to outlet to number 6, Tim Gralty, and he's a beautiful left-handed shooter, and he's another young player for the varsity team. Finally going to be picked up by Sermon. He's going to rag the puck around the corner. Finally comes back to the neutral ice zone where Klein will play the puck. Give and go Weiland, the brother of Danny Weiland, now for Mount Lebanon. Play is still loose, comes around the corner where Gralty tries to get it out, unable. And this is where Mount Lebanon punishes you. They keep that play in and just make you continue to go back and work in your own zone, Bob.
Well, they play a very disciplined style, and as you've indicated, defense first here for the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils.
Yeah, it's probably one of the only teams that's content to win a 1-0 game. You usually find a lot of these guys wanting to put the puck in the net. Mount Lebanon more important with the victory. Shot on by Lohman, and a good cross-angle shot as he came down the right circle. Comes back to the point where Yealy's going to dump it down deep, going to be picked up by Mount Lebanon, and they'll skate it back to center. Matter of fact, I think you remember Yealy about 2 feet ago when he was probably about 4 foot. Now he's sporting a pretty tall player, number 56 for our own Panthers. Looks like he's close to 6 feet, Bob.
Well, he was a big impact player 2 years ago, Kurt. I mean, he was 3rd or 4th in scoring, John O'Lohman 2 years ago. So I can only imagine he's in the top 10 scorers in all of Western Pennsylvania AAA hockey this year.
Taken by Moody back, and that's going to be just chipped back into the defensive zone where Yealy will pick it up. Looking for Pegnataro on the right wing. Unable to control. Be careful here. A little mini break. Breaks out.
2-on-1.
Shot right on. Oh, what a save. It's loose. Be careful. Oh, and another opportunity for Mount Lebanon. And boy, a little mini break that came right at center, Bob. And DeRoer was up to the task as he made the first save.
This is my first opportunity for seeing number 30, DeRoer, the new goaltender for the Panthers. I've heard a lot about him. I know when he was playing in amateurs, he was highly touted.
Well, the Panthers have always been blessed with good goaltending here. We've got Kenny Feldman also on the team. He's a senior this year. And, coming up in the JV ranks, a name that many know in the Upper St. Clair area is Matt Reggett. So the Reggett name, obviously, with the Pittsburgh Penguins. So Panthers look like they've got many years of good goaltending ahead of themselves.
Well, Mr. Reggett, I'm sure gets good coaching.
Shot goes into the corner where DeGangi's going to look to play it. He's going to leave it for number 11, Klein. And the Panthers this year, Bob, have been very streaky. Once they get those first goals or two, they seem to put many on the books. And I think it's going to be very important in this game for the Panthers to strike early. Very well played first period here with 4:18 to go. And the Panthers certainly have not backed down to the Mount Lebanon team in the home rink. Taken by number 9, left-handed winger Weiland. He's unable to get it in. Taken and dumped down deep, and there's another example of how Mount Lebanon, Bob, just content to shoot it in the corners, and the Panthers giving them a little of their own business as Gralty dumps it down deep. If you can beat them into the corners and out-physical them, I think that's the key also.
Well, it appears that the Panthers are being very patient here, and that's a good thing against this club.
Boy, and I tell you, this line has had tremendous success, and boy, they seem to be getting quality shots. Oh, boy, and a mini breakaway. Oh, and he pins on the play as Derora comes out and gambles. Gonna have to dump it down deep, Roman, but he'll have to wait for his players to get onside. And once again, Panthers almost have a 1-on-0 situation develop. And Yealy comes on and a penalty. And the Panthers will be on a power play of their own as Milhouse is gonna get the gate. As he pulled down Trevor Yealy streaking in, and the Panthers will go on a power play of their own with 3:14 to go here in the first.
Well, this will be my first opportunity to see the Panther power play this year. So it looks like Moody and
got
Richie
Lohman,
Klein, Lohman,
DeGangi, Klein, and Yealy on the points, and a good play by Yealy to keep it in. Oh, and a fancy pass there by Rich Klein on a give and go back to Lohman. He looks for Yealy streaking down deep, but DeGangi's going to take a drive. Big save. Back to Moody with a shot. Goes wide. It's loose. Good play by Lohman. Centering pass back to the point where DeGangi takes it for Yealy. Shot. Oh, it's deflected in front. Panthers look very hungry here, Bob.
Panthers really pressuring here.
Back to the point. Moody again with a drive. It's loose. And it's all Upper St. Clair here. 1:21 to go. Mount Lebanon unable to get the puck out of the zone. Panthers continue to pressure here.
Great shift for the Panthers.
Lohman, sees the point. Back to Moody again with a shot. It's deflected in front. And finally the play is going to come back to center. Excellent shift there for the Panthers. Right back on the attack is DeGangi, and he's going to dump it down deep. And the Panther faithful is cheering on the corner boards.
I think that was because the ref took a spill.
Missed that one. Back to the point shot. Oh, rebound. It's loose.
Oh!
And it's in front again. And Lohman with a good opportunity. And boy, the Panthers just continue to put the attack here and pressure Mount Lebanon, and they finally clear the zone.
Excellent power play by the Upper St. Clair Panthers.
Wow, very impressive. Taken back to center, and 21 seconds to go here. And it looks like Roman's just going to shoot at the length of the ice, and Surma's going to have to regroup behind Derora with 13 to go. It looks like we have one more good rush here. Well, they've got to be careful. Careful with those passes down deep. You certainly don't want to give up a shorthanded situation. And that'll do it. We're back to skating 5-on-5 here, Bob. 2 power play opportunities, 1 for each team, and the Panthers certainly look to have the better of the scoring opportunities thus far here in the first period.
Well, they don't give us any style points, but I agree with you on that one, Kurt.
Well, it's a very encouraging first period. I think, again, it was 2 years ago, Bob, that Bethel Park seemed to have the Panthers' numbers, and I think we beat them twice in that one season. And again, I think we've been unable to come over the hurdle here. And boy, this would be a great time in the varsity season to make your mark here against Mount Lebanon in their own rink.
Well, I'll tell you, the Blackhawks of Bethel Park are 10-0. They're doing something right, and the Panthers haven't seen them yet this year.
And we have an offside play here as Pegnataro got trapped in ahead of the zone. And we'll have a stop and play with a quick moving first period with 22 seconds to go here in the first. Face-off controlled by Mount Lebanon, and they'll bank it around the far board where DeGangi collides with a Mount Lebanon player. 10 to go here in the first. Surma down deep helping out. Play's going to come back and out of the zone, and that'll do it, Bob.
Well played first period, Kurt.
Very, very well played first period. And once again, you look at the stands here, and it just seems like this rink just really seems to pack them in on both sides of the equation.
Well, it's a wonderful place to watch a hockey game. It has the character. It's been around for 30 years, and it's just a great venue. Some of the newer rinks just, you're packed in like sardines up against the ice, and it's not nearly as charming as here where you can stretch out and spread your legs a bit.
And this is one rink you don't have to wear a coat in, so that's probably the biggest plus at the end of December.
My favorite rink to watch high school hockey, right here in Mount Lebanon.
I always seem to make a joke about the outdated Zambonis, so we'll have to see in the second period if the carbon monoxide Zamboni is still in play.
That's the 1967 model.
I think the Zamboni's as old as the rink is, Bob. Well, we haven't heard the shots on goal here, but I've got to believe the Panthers have probably had the edge. The tremendous 2-minute power play there. And boy, the Panthers looked to strike here early and had many, many good scoring opportunities. And the key to that first period as well is they only took the one penalty.
We got Pegnataro here and McKelvey and John O'Luman, number 26, taking the face-off.
Face-off controlled by the Blue Devils, where McDermott's going to drive it down deep. And boy, that's a name again with deep Mount Lebanon tradition. John Surma today said that he was a Mount Lebanon Blue Devil and played with McDermott's father. And now the kids are both playing.
Oh! Big hit by Steve Milhouse on McKelvey, 82.
Back to the point where Moody takes a drive, and that's going to be blocked by his own player, Lohman, in front. And it looks like he took a little bit of a shot on the knee, and he's going over to the bench.
Pancake job there by Milhouse.
Taken down deep and shot on by Moody, and an easy save for Beeling. And we'll have a stop and play with 14:18 to go here in the second. Good to see a lot of the alumni. Not sure if your boy Eric's planning to come up.
I have no idea. I was in the dentist chair until about 15 minutes before I got here, so I haven't seen him all day. I did see a few of the folks that played on the team here in 82 and 83.
And we saw Alex Abbott back in the rink, and Anthony Sarabella, and Danny Weiland, and I think Dave Crockett might be in the building. Kyle Wolfley.
Jeff Greenberg I walked in with.
So nice to see some of the familiar faces. Always seems like this game, Bob, is around Thanksgiving as well, because this seems to be the rink most of the boys come back to.
Well, again, it's because it's very comfortable.
How about Christmas?
That one too.
Let me put it to you this way. It's either around a holiday. It seems like it's either Christmas or Thanksgiving, but always seem to see the alumni at the Mount Lebanon Rec Center.
Well, it seems to be a scrum here, Kurt. Neither team seems to be dominating play here early in the second period.
Going to be taken by Gralty, and he's going to flip it back to center. We're on our first look at Sir Sosimo, number 22. Going to dump it down deep, and Mount Lebanon goes for a wholesale change where it's picked up by Yealy. Taken by 6, Gralty unable to get it out. Going to be played down deep by Fry, and that's going to be whistled dead on a high stick. And we'll have another stop and play with a face-off to the left of goaltender number 30, DeRoar.
Well, we also want to take a moment to congratulate the Upper St. Clair football program, winner of the state championship for 2006, unbeaten. Go Panthers.
Had an opportunity to talk to Coach Render, congratulated him myself, and told him I was a Penn Hills graduate, and when they were playing Penn Hills, I'm like, I didn't think I could lose that game, but I was glad to see Upper St. Clair come out with a victory.
Well, the good news, Kurt, is that's the one that was the big test. With 5 minutes to go, the Panthers were trailing. But we came back, and the rest is history.
Pretty much a blowout, I heard, in the championship game.
Yeah, it just shows the dominance of Western Pennsylvania hockey over Eastern Pennsylvania this year.
Taken by Pegnataro, and boy, keep your eye on number 20. This guy's been a spark for the Panthers early in the season. Taken back and unable to control with no help, and that play will come back down into the zone. Chipped out by Wagner. Be careful here on a backhanded shot. Oh, and a good save by DeRora as he was screened in front. Boy, the Panthers with a few giveaways here, Bob, and that's what's led to some of the Mount Lebanon shots here this period. For the most part, they've dominated, but they've had a few breakdowns that have allowed quality scoring opportunities for Mount Lebanon.
Well, over the years, this is how Mount Lebanon jumps on you. You get sloppy in your own end. They're very disciplined. They play a tight defensive style, and they put the puck in the net when you least expect it.
Once again, a good play by Sermon. Boy, the defense looked really, really strong here tonight, holding their ground, Bob. And it just seems like Mount Lebanon's going to have to earn it if they score.
Here's
Careful here,
right
a little
there.
weak backhanded by Moody, unable to get it out. Going to be helped out by Lucas. Oh, shot goes right off the mark there, and the Panthers once again dodge a bullet, and a shot right on the length of the ice and right back. Goaltender Beeling's going to get it back into the play. It comes back to the blue stripe where Yilly's going to pick it up as he looks for McKelvey, or Bourgeois, number 97 on the right wing. Unable to connect. Play will come back to the center area where it finally comes back to Surma. And that'll be an icing play on the Panthers, and we'll have a stop and play with 10:46 to go here in the first. Face-off controlled by Richie Klein. Comes back to center. Boy, the Panthers just doing an excellent job transitioning out of their own zone. And once again, when Mount Lebanon has that opportunity, Bob, they just pound it back into the corners.
Well, this is what we want. We want the Panthers to continue to be able to break that puck out. Seems like you're having a little trouble right now.
And as you well know in the high school ranks, boy, oh, here's a mini break here. And Bagdy, oh, it looks like we're going to have a penalty here, and it looked like Bagdy had an opportunity, but boy, a delayed penalty here, and the Panthers are going to be called for a boarding call here. And the Panthers will go shorthanded at the 10:15 mark here in the second period. Rich Klein is going to get the gate.
All right, shorthanded here, the Panthers. John O'Loman is 26. 82 is Michael McKelvey. Number 91 is A.J. Moody, and number 56 is Trevor Yealy for the Panthers.
Boarding was the call on Klein, and the Panthers are going to skate 5-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. Right on the tape of Weiland, he's going to come down the right wing with the left-handed shot. Matter of fact, Bianco has the play. You see a lot of players prefer to shoot from the off wing, Bob. Seems like they have a better angle on those cross-ice passes right at the command position. Good play by the Panthers to get that play out, where number 8, McDermott's going to drive it down. Taken by number 9, Weiland, and he tries to rag it around number 91, A.J. Moody. Back to Roman at the right point, to Bianco. Give and go, back and forth. Shot on Weiland. Oh, my. And a set play there by McDermott, and he's unable to connect, and a good job by the Panthers to clear the zone.
50 seconds left in the penalty here.
Took Weiland down deep, and he makes that cross-ice pass right across the crease, Bob. And McDermott on the other side, unable to finish the deal. Play comes back to Lohman, and he's going to rag it back to center. Takes it back into his own zone, a little fancy footwork of his own, and a good job to kill another 15, 20 seconds on the power play.
Yeah, the Panthers want to keep that puck as far away from their own end as they can. And Lohman did a nice job there to take some time off the clock.
One last rush here for the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils with 18 seconds to go. And another shot.
Oh,
he doesn't see it. And no goal, and the goal's going to come off the mooring. And boy, DeRora, Bob, makes an incredible first save. Didn't see it. It came down right in front of his feet. And the Panthers dodge a big bullet as Mount Lebanon crashed that goal and tried to jam it home.
We got a break because that puck came right out in front of the net. Was easy pickings for a rebound.
Big slap shot from about 25 feet, Bob, and I don't think DeRora saw where the rebound went. He made the big first save, and it came right at his feet. And Panthers dodge a big bullet there, and a big, big save by DeRora, playing an excellent first 2 periods here. Pat McHugh's going to join the play late, and Pegnatero's going to get waved out of the zone. Face-off controlled by number 23, Wagner, for Mount Lebanon. Play comes all around the board here, and that'll do it here for the man advantage. Back to skating now 5-on-5. And Klein's going to just bank it off the boards as he comes out of the zone. Taken back to the point, and Yealy's going to dump it down deep. Unable to control and Fry. Boy, it looked like Beeling, the brother of the goaltender, almost put himself in offside, Bob, but no call. Taken by number 97, Bourgeois. Once again, just Mount Lebanon content to drive it back down into the corner. Finally going to be corralled by number 11, Klein. Unable to get it out, and once again, Mount Lebanon rams it down deep.
Mount Lebanon appears to be pressing the play now a little bit, taking a little bit of advantage of the Panthers, coming off that penalty situation.
Number 19, Phillips, is going to take the play right down to the slot, and a good pass to Beeling. Oh boy, and Yealy tried to deflect that and almost changed the course of the action for goaltender number 30, Durar. And here comes the Gralty back with a trailer. He had Bourgeois trailing, but
good
was unable to
defensive play
save.
there by 19, Phillips on the Panther.
Play comes back the other way, and boy, what a fast-moving first 2 periods. 6:56 to go here. Not many stops in play, and a good save on a deflection again by Durar. And with 6:52 to go here in the second, your score is 0-0.
Goaltending's been very good on both sides here so far tonight, Kurt. All right, Lohman steps into the circle here for the Panthers.
Face-off
Controlled by St. Clair.
Controlled by Lohman. Comes around the near boards here to number 82, McKelvey. He looks for Lohman coming down the left wing. A good poke check there, but in the corner, and was able to take the play away from Lohman, and Mount Lebanon just chips it back out of the zone. And it's going to be, they're going to be called for icing as Surma touches it up. And we'll have a face-off in the attack zone for the Upper St. Clair Panthers.
About halfway through here with a scoreless tie. Upper St. Clair, Mount Lebanon Blue Devils.
Face-off once again controlled by senior captain number 26, John O'Lohman. Comes around the corner to DeGangi at the right point. Kept in neatly, but that's going to come back to number 26, Horn, who's going to play it out. And Simsik's going to keep the play in. Finally chipped back to center, but stolen by Simsik, and he banks it off the board. Taken by DeGangi, unable to get it out. And boy, the Panthers look very hungry here, Bob. Looks like they're able to skate quite evenly here with this team, and boy, it looks like they want to send a message that they don't want to end the season series 0-2.
Very evenly played so far by these clubs. No one of the teams here has shown the dominance over the other.
Taken by DeGangi, and he's going to dump it back to Lohman. A little feather pass to Pegnataro, number 20, and he's unable to control. Finally comes back to Sermon. He banks it back to center, where Milhouse will pick up the mail. Going to be driven down deep there by number 24, Luke Sebastian. Son of, breakaway opportunity here. Klein gets a quality shot, and he's upended with no call. Boy, and Roman was quick to close on that play. It looked like Klein had a golden opportunity and was unable, Bob, to get a shot off. I'm not sure what the call here was. Delayed offside. And referee Cook will whistle the play dead. And we'll have a stop and play of 5:03 to go here in the second. Face-off controlled by Mount Lebanon, where it's going to be driven down deep by Galloway, and he stands tall at the blue stripe. Play taken by Yealy, and he's going to gamble to come out of the zone. Unable to control, and number 27, Bianco, will drive the play down deep. Back to Beeling. Oh, why? Another opportunity there as McDermott from a wide angle had a shot. And it's all Mount Lebanon here the last 30 seconds.
Mount Lebanon turning up the pressure here, Kurt.
Going to be helped out in the corner by number 11, Rich Klein, and finally number 56, Yealy's going to take it. But once again, very difficult team to get the play out of the zone, Bob. They just punish you in the corners and do just an excellent job of forechecking. Taken down deep, and a good play by Moody as he was able to keep that play from going down deep, and Yealy looks to take the play as he is checked off, and back right on the attack is Mount Lebanon. Bianco's going to rag it shot. Oh, what a save by the blocker of Derrar, and he had that one, Bob, all the way, and we probably had the best angle in the building here.
3-on-1 right there.
Oh, and an offside play and a late whistle, and I think the fans called that one before the referee. Another golden opportunity for Mount Lebanon as Bianco was streaking down the right wing. And boy, what a blocker save there by number 30, who seems to be, I know you're a big angle guy, and he really seems to have his angles down well tonight.
Yeah, he did a great job there.
Play is driven down deep where two Panthers collide. Panthers giving Mount Lebanon a little of their own business where it comes back to the point, and they just drive it down deep. And on the breakout, 3-on-2, come back to blue level. Play goes into the corner where Wagner looks to chip around, helped out by Lohman. It's loose in front, and a good play by McKelvey, number 82, to bank it into the corner. Goes back to the corner where Phillips drives it down deep. Be taken by a pair of 19s here, DeGangi for the Panthers, and finally going to be helped out by Lohman. And he's going to streak back to center on a nifty move here in his own zone. And it
Tough to get through that Mount Lebanon zone.
I'll tell you, I was just thinking the same thing, Bob. It's just, you try to do it by yourself, and they just close on you so quickly that you almost have to have a guy going the same speed with you and work together. Oh, quality shot there from the corner by the Panthers. We're just so used to Upper St. Clair usually having a dominance, Bob, in the speed category that a lot of these guys just blow by the defense and make it look easy. What a shot and save again by Derrar. Wow. Yeah, when Mount Lebanon brings it, they bring it, but Derrar with two unbelievable point-blank saves to keep the Panthers in this game.
Excellent job by Derrar. He's been sharp ever since the get-go, right from the beginning here tonight. 2:23 to go here in the second period, scoreless game.
Face-off still loose, controlled by Mount Lebanon, taken by number 26, Horn, and he takes a heavy hit in the corner. Comes back to the point where Sebastian tries to keep it in and does an excellent job. Comes over to number 32, Rasco. Over to Horn, back to Rasco. Taken off the play by number 91, Moody, doing an excellent job. And boy, Klein doing an excellent job also helping as a offensive player down deep. Sebastian gives it up into the corner, a shot blocked in front. Taken by Milhouse, all Mount Lebanon here. Finally going to be chipped back and out of the zone. Good play by the Panthers. And right back on the attack, here comes Mount Lebanon. But a good transition game as Bourgeois is going to drive it down deep. Klein looks to go for a change. Back to the point where Yealy will drive it down deep, played by Milhouse. Rasco's going to tie it up with number 7, Pat McHugh. And unable to get any offense, Panthers right back on the defense. Good poke check there by A.J. Moody. Comes over to McHugh, and he's taken off his skates. Going to be picked up by Rasco, and he's been out here, Bob, on an extended shift, and another good glove save there by Derrar. with 55 seconds to go here in the second. Panthers able to clear the zone here. And a big-time save by Beeling as he's going to come up as he had number 26 on the attack, John O'Lohman.
He had to hustle there. Lohman was right on him. All right, we got John O'Lohman out there and Surma, DeGangi, and number 23, Mike Baggy.
Face-off controlled by the Blue Devils, and that's going to be an offside play here as McDermott was streaking in ahead of the play. And we'll have a whistle and a face-off outside the blue stripe with 39 seconds to go here in a quick-moving two-period. Face-off once again controlled by Mount Lebanon. A shot on by Roman from a long distance, going to be directed away by number 30, Durora. Good play by Surma, and he picked his pocket, and he's going to flip it out back to the right wing.
Here we go.
Taken by Lohman, and he's going to pick up a head of steam, and he banks that into the corner. Unable to control, Pegnatero's going to take a heavy hit in the corner. And Lohman tries to dish it back out, and that's going to be cleared the length of the ice, and Mount Lebanon will be guilty of an icing call.
All right, Panthers going to get one more shot here with 7 seconds to go in the second period. Quick face-off win and a quick shot. Well, how about it, Kurt?
Well, sometimes they pull the goalie, not with 7 seconds to go, but had there been 2 or 3 seconds, Bob, on the clock, they might have pulled goaltender Durora. They might have pulled goaltender Durora for a shot for an extra play. So with 2 periods of action, star of the game so far, Bob, been our goaltender. Number 30, Max Durora, playing an incredible game, but it's been a great team so far effort. They've really hung in there quite well, and it's been a very, very even game here. So we'll let them cut the ice. We'll be back for exciting third period action here in a moment. And we're back for third period action. Panthers now moving left to right again on the final period of play here, Bob. And boy, what a pleasure to watch this game. Very evenly matched, and it's been anybody's game. And one side of the ice has certainly not been tilted in favor of anybody here. 2 evenly matched teams.
Well, both teams have played very well. It's going to be the team that makes a mistake that's going to lose this one, unfortunately.
Back in front, and another good opportunity as Mount Lebanon crashes the zone, but St. Clair with 2 defenders right on the play and look very, very disciplined. Down the right wing shot. Mount Lebanon's going to draw first blood, Bob, and Durora actually got a piece of that. And when he went to deflect it, it went right into the corner of his own net. Mount Lebanon 1, Panthers nothing.
Well, that looked like a fairly innocent shot, too, Kurt. But as you said, he had a piece of it, but it just got behind him.
Not sure if it was Weiland. I think Weiland was coming down the right wing, Bob, and he snapped it from about 15, and I think it either hit the stick or the blocker of Durora.
Oh, Richie Klein just put a big hit on Fry, number 15, for the Panthers.
Number 27 is going to get the tally. Bianco, and that's his first of the season. Unassisted, and he came down the right wing. Thought that might have been Weiland, as he was pretty animated on the sideline. But the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils draw first blood, and boy, that's exactly what you didn't want to happen here. Mount Lebanon can go into that shell better than anybody else we know, and the Panthers have to strike back here very quickly.
Well, already you're seeing them tie up that neutral zone. They'll, as you pointed out, Kurt, they'll sit on that lead.
Panthers are going to regroup where Rich Klein has him. Boy, and I think that was an errant pass that came off of a clearing attempt by the Panthers. And once again, once you're unable to clear the zone, Bob, a little mini mistake, and boy, Mount Lebanon takes advantage. And tickled the twine of their own. Play is going to come back to number 8. Oh boy!
Another bad pass there.
Dangerous play there by Sermon in the corner, and that's going to come back and kicked away into the corner. We'll have a stop and play with 12:58 to go here in the third. Mount Lebanon enjoys a 1-0 lead. Well, you probably asked Max, he'd like to have that goal back. I think once again it was, like you say, a pretty innocent play. Made the first save, Bob, and deflected right into the corner. Kind of a fluke goal, but nevertheless, a goal is a goal.
Well, the Panthers have to keep their composure and play the pattern game that they've been playing and not get rattled here.
Comes back to center, and once again, oh boy, a little clearing pass in the corner picked up by number 32 of Rasco, and he almost had a quality shot on goal. Taken by McKelvey, and he's going to come back 2-on-2. He avoids a check in the corner, and once again, very difficult, Bob, as you see, for the Panthers to get any penetration. Taken by Lohman, and once again, the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils just close 2-3 men at a time and clear it right back to center. Boy, we're going to have a penalty here, an interference call. And the Panthers are going to find themselves shorthanded as Klein's going to go to the sin bin and will be shorthanded for the next 2 minutes.
Well, the Panthers have to be very careful here. Shorthanded.
It's taken by Roman down deep. Drag it around the play, and he goes unimpeded here, and he's just kind of putting on the Ritz here to Millhouse in the corner, back to Bianco, and he's looking for his second of the game. Still comes back to Roman. Millhouse on the drive. Big save once again by number 30, Dorar, and again he seems to be seeing the puck extremely well here, Bob.
Yeah, that was a big shot by Steve Millhouse.
Wonder if there's any more Millhouses in the Mount Lebanon household.
I thought his brother was big. He's bigger than his brother. Jack, I guess, graduated a couple years ago.
I always make a joke. It seems like with the Serma family, they've bred 3 defensemen and the father John a defenseman, and the Millhouse family as well seems to pretty much breed just defensemen.
I think the dad was a quarterback.
Quick shot and a goal, and it came out from behind the goal, Bob. Gerard didn't see it. It slipped by the defense, and Mount Lebanon was there to ram it home almost into an empty net.
Well, this is just so typical of Mount Lebanon. They get the advantage. They go into the defensive constriction in the neutral zone, and they get you on a shorthanded situation, and it's 2-0 before you know it.
Once again, another freaky goal there, Bob. I don't think the defense saw it, and it eked out into the slot area. Aurora unable to see it and rammed it right home in the 5-hole. And the Panthers find themselves behind a big 8-ball here, down 2-0.
10:51 to go here in the third.
Weiland's going to get the tally, number 9. Power play goal by Weiland.
The great voice of Mount Lebanon hockey, Bob Sebastian, making the call there, Kurt.
Matter of fact, when we played Mount Lebanon the last time, and I kind of did the solo broadcast, Bob Sebastian was standing about 15 feet away, and it did everything I could to not just ask him. I said, boy, that would be a real treat to have Bob Sebastian in the broadcast.
Oh, I'm sure he'd be happy to help out. He's a great guy and an old friend.
If you want a voice for hockey, he certainly is the voice for hockey. Well, Panthers find themselves trailing 2-0 with 9:50 to go. Plenty of time here, Bob. But as you well know, the punishing style that Mount Lebanon seems to play makes it extremely difficult. I think the Panthers are going to have to maybe take advantage of a power play opportunity if they're able to get one. And one of the Mount Lebanon fans, as I said, that screams down, no penalties, no penalties.
Well, the Panthers really struggling here to get it out of their own end.
Once again, it comes back to the point. Sebastian just drives it down deep and makes the Panthers expend all that energy, and here we go again. Right back to center, and Mount Lebanon drives it down deep. And what this does, Bob, is it allows Mount Lebanon to save their energy while the Panthers have to be the ones chasing back and starting to rush back up. So once again, an extremely punishing style of play, especially when they have the lead.
Well, the Panthers can't even dump the puck deep, which is what they should do, unless they can get the puck across the center line out of their own end, and they haven't been able to do that, Kurt. So it's been very difficult.
I was talking earlier to Coach Harford and say, how are you going to transition against this guy? And they did an excellent job in the first two periods, and were able to pretty much play even up with him. And again, this is all a mini.
Oh, here we go.
And boy, Loman had a golden opportunity, but he's beaten back to the play by Milhouse. We may look back on that play by defenseman Milhouse.
Well,
Loman had a good breakaway opportunity.
John O'Loman, 26, is one of the few guys here that can outskate just about anybody on the rink right now. And so if he gets an opportunity, he can make it happen.
Taken by Yale, and he's unable to control. And a centering pass goes by the stick of Rasco, and he's going to be ridden hard into the boards by number 8, Sharma. We bank back to center, and Pegnataro looks to pick it up, and he's unable to control. And once again, the play comes back down deep. Mount Lebanon changes with 5 attacks.
Look out, look out.
Another cross-ice pass, and that's going to be shot up into the rafters. And we'll have a stop and play with 8:03 remaining here in the second.
Seems like at least for the recent past, the jump's kind of gone out of the Panthers. First 2 periods, as you indicated, Kurt, they were really skating with a lot of jump.
Face-off controlled by the Panthers, and they dump it back on the corner board where Bourgeois looks to attack it, but that's going to be cleared into the bench.
Face-off here in the Mount Lebanon end. Let's see if we can get something going. Richie Klein, number 11, is waved out of the circle.
Panthers were clamoring for a penalty, and I'm not sure when a goaltender hits it into the bench. I think that's okay. It's when it goes over the glass, Bob, but that's a 2-minute delay of game penalty. Oh, back boy, and a golden opportunity as that puck streaked through the zone, and Lucas and number 11 Klein were quick to follow, but Feeling got his glove down, and we'll have another stop and play here at 7:49. Faceoff comes back to the left wing where Bianco with the first tally here in the evening is going to drive it down deep. He's played by number 8 Surma in the corner. Going to be ridden off the play by Weiland, and it comes back to number 11 Rich Klein. Good opportunity there.
Here we go. Now we can dump it deep.
Bourgeois is going to take it back, then Lucas, and that shoots right on, and the net comes off the board. And feeling quick to glove it. Has another stop and play with 7:24 to go here in the third. Panthers trail 2-0. Faceoff controlled by Mount Lebanon, taken by number 19 Phillips. Outlet pass is going to come right on the tape of number 18 for Mount Lebanon, Gorham. Able to control, and Moody's going to try to play it out, but that comes off his stick. Still loose back to center where Pegnataro is going to mix it up with number 28 Simsic. That comes back to Healy, and he's going to take a power move down the left corner. Once again, Mount Lebanon just closes right on him. Loose back to Loman.
Oh!
Shot and a good rebound.
Oh!
It's still loose. Shot on. What a save again by Healy, and a good opportunity there. 1-2 punch. And a rebound. Another quality shot. 4 or 5 shots, Bob, right in a row. And this line seems to have Mount Lebanon's number.
You know, one of the problems that I'm seeing here, Curtis, St. Clair's inability to win a face-off in the Mount Lebanon end. And if you can't control the puck from the face-off deep in your opponent's end, they're gonna chip it right out, and you're gonna be back where you started from.
Boy, I tell you, and a good play in the corner there to keep it in, all started by Yealy, and he rammed it down deep. And I tell you, Bob, 4 or 5 quick shots on goal, 2 right away from both the offensive forwards, and Feeling was quick to the saves, and Upper St. Clair with their best scoring opportunity of the game. Back to Lohman, and he's going to come off his blade, and Milhouse will beat him to the play. And boy, the Panthers doing now an excellent job of forechecking of their own. Back to the corner, and it looks like almost the Panthers, Bob, are on a power play, but we're skating 5-on-5. Back to number 3, Feeling, and he's going to dump it down deep. Looks like Pegnataro played into the corner. He looks for Moody, and he's going to chip it down.
Here we go.
Here comes Pegnataro. Once again, this line seems to have had the best advantage against Mount Lebanon. Lohman,
Yeah, I agree with you on this line, that Lohman and Pegnataro.
And Moody.
Yeah. They
Go right on. Wheeling's going to be quick to make the glove save, and he'll hold on with 5:36 to go here in the third.
I want to see here now if the Panthers can win this face-off and control the puck in the Mount Lebanon end. That's where they've been having some problems.
Once again, you're right. Klein loses the draw to Mount Lebanon and makes it very difficult. But a good job by Sermon. He starts to cheat in down deep. Going to be helped out by McKelvey as he'll pick up Sermon's slot back at the defense. He's pulled off his blade. Here we have a penalty here. And Mount Lebanon's going to be guilty of a little hooking call here. And the Panthers, with the turkey on the table, will have a power play of their own, Bob. And a golden opportunity to get back in this game with 5:18 to go in the third.
Mount Lebanon 2, Upper St. Clair 0.
Roman's going to get the gate 2 minutes for hooking. Looks like the Panthers, Bob, are going to take their time out to rest the troops in a very crucial next 2 minutes of this game.
Well, I was glad to see John Harford is still the best-looking guy in high school hockey coaching.
Well, you missed it 2 weeks ago. They pulled the old mental switcheroo where you have Festus in there wearing his classic Harley Davidson leather coat, much like the one you have on this evening. Christmas must have come early at the Eckert household.
The reason I talk about John that way is that he always looks like he stepped out of GQ magazine. He's always dressed in a suit, a tie, a starched shirt, and he looks great.
Could you imagine him in a leather jacket last week and Festus in the suit? So John owes it all to his wife, and he says, she dresses me every day. Yeah, I don't know if there's a person, but I always call him Styles Bixley, and I don't even know if that's a person, but that's a good name for Coach Harper.
Well, I haven't seen him for a couple seasons, and he still continues to always have this suit.
Face-off control down deep where Mount Lebanon is on the defense here, where it's taken by Klein on a 2-minute power play opportunity, and boy, the Panthers look to strike here. They're taken by Lohman right to Klein. Oh boy, and I tell you, Bob, this net seems to come off the moorings very, very easily here, and boy, not sure if they've got the posts or what, but it just seems to come off the play quite often.
Well, it always helps when you have a big goaltender.
They say it's the goaltender's best friend. Play comes down back to Mount Lebanon where Milhouse is going to chip it back to center. Come all the way back behind Aurora where Sermon, number 8, will have to regroup.
All right.
Taken by Yealy, number 56, and he's going to have his pocket picked in the corner. Panthers expending a lot of time and energy here. Finally are going to lead the rush back with number 56, and that's an errant pass, and we might actually, icing's going to be waved off here.
I think the Mount Lebanon guy played the puck right there.
Back to Yealy, and he's going to dump it around the corner, and Lohman and Kleinholt could chase it. Panthers unable to really muster a
Yeah, this line has not been able to make it happen on this power play yet, so let's see what happens here. Here we go.
Taken by Yealy, and he picks up a hit. He streaks across the blue stripe. Once again, no help by the other players, and the play gets dumped back to center, and they'll have one last rush with 25 seconds to go here in the opportunity.
Lohman splits the defense. Oh! John Lohman!
You'd have to be here to believe it. It almost looked like Sidney Crosby as he split the defense, and Lohman a super goal and gets a power play opportunity to get the Panthers right back in the game.
If you've been watching the Penguins, that was a Sidney Crosby-like move. He split the defenders and put that in the net. An unbelievable play by John Lohman.
And as Paul Steigerwald would say, sick. I was at that game where Sidney Crosby split the defense against the Florida Panthers and tickled the twine on his back, just like John Lohman, and a big-time power play goal for the Panthers. Wow. Well, boy, now you look at that power play opportunity. Mount Lebanon chipped in late in the early here in the third, and boy, how big is that goal bomb? Blue Devils now enjoy a 2-1 lead, but the Panthers look like they've got a little bit of fire back in their step. The Panthers need to strike back here quickly with 3:06 to go here in the third. He's going to be taken down to center, and Lohman's been hanging back, and he's got Pegnataro trailing. The give and go here, back to Lohman in the corner.
Oh!
Shot at a weird angle, goes down and pulled down as Pegnataro with no call. Back to the point where Yealy's going to bank it around the corner. All Upper St. Clair here with 2:35 to go in the third. Back to Lohman in a centering pass. It's loose! Unable to control his booty. But a good job by Yealy to keep it in. Stopped by Moody in the corner. Tied up on the boards, and we're going to have a quick whistle here. We're going to have to stop and play with 2:23 bomb, and Panthers are ultimately going to probably have to pull our goaltender. And the question is, usually that's done with a minute or a minute 30 to play in the game.
Moody, Pegnataro, and Lohman have been giving Mount Lebanon fits as a line here tonight, Kurt.
Oh, boy, it would be nice to tie this game and go into a 5-minute overtime here, and I think the Panthers, Bob, would have the advantage coming off 2 late goals in the third. Boy, the Panthers are really giving it their all here this evening. Came out a little flat, Bob, in the third period, and it looks like that ultimately may cost them. But the Panthers, to their credit, have come to play tonight and look to tie this game.
Here we go, here we go.
With 1:52 to go in the third. Taken in the corner, and that's going to be kicked around where Bealing's going to try to play it. Going to be helped out by number 11, Klein, and he just towers over number 3, Bealing. Comes back to center there, chipped out of the zone, and so Wagner wants to play it in the corner. Comes back to DeGangi with 1:27 to go, and Aurora looking to head to the bench. Chip down deep, and McKelvey's going to go for a line change. Aurora signaling to the bench, when does he want me to come? 1:15 to go here in the third. Taken by Pegnataro, and he's going to go in offside. Well, we've got 1:09, Bob, to play here, and Aurora's still in the net, much to my surprise. Faceoff is going to be at the center ice outside the blue line, but you'll ultimately have to get that extra attacker on. And it looks like they're going to wait till they gain control. And there they go. Aurora skates to the bench. Panthers skate with the extra attacker and a man advantage with an empty net. Play comes back to center where DeGangi's going to chip it around the corner. He's going to be helped out by Pegnataro. He's going to be driven down deep by Bianco, picked up by DeGangi.
45 here.
Oh, nice pass right on the tape for Pegnataro, and he's going to wheel and deal in the corner.
Oh, nice pass.
Goes by the mark. Back to the point where DeGangi plays it, sets it up for Serma with a big drive, and it's blocked in front. It's loose, and it's cleared out of the zone with 30 seconds to go. Pair of number 8s are going to go back, and boy, both fall to the ice. Nothing goal. One last rush here for the Panthers with 20 seconds to go. Oh, it's going to be waved off. Icing. And they're clamoring for the icing call here.
No call.
Back to the point, nothing called. It's loose. Over to the corner, 10 seconds to play. Back out the center, and that could do it, Bob. 4 to go. That'll do it, folks. Mount Lebanon's going to come away with a very, very hard-fought 2-1 victory in a very, very evenly matched and well-played game.
Well, it was a tough loss for Upper St. Clair Panthers tonight, Kurt. I haven't seen them play for a little while, but I got to tell you, I was impressed with the line of Moody and Pegnatera and John O'Loman. They did a nice job. Trevor Yealy did a nice job, and again, the young goaltender for the Panthers looks to be good news in the future.
Just an incredible game. Derora, I like to say, had a kind of 2 freak goals that came out of the third period, but boy, the line of Loman and Pegnatera, as you said, really came on. I thought a very, very well-played game by both sides of the equation. A little disappointing to come away with a loss here, but once again, Panthers sporting a very, very handsome, only 2-loss record, and look to go deep well into the playoffs.
Well, that's right. The Panthers now are going to be 7-2-1, and Mount Lebanon moves to 9-2.
Well, a tough loss once again. Thought the Panthers had a real good opportunity to beat it. We want to welcome you back to the broadcast team. Appreciate you filling in, and want to wish our viewing audience and special thanks to Don Pegnatera for filling in for John Sarabella. So everybody have a blessed holiday season, and wish you a happy new year from the Panthers Television Network.
Good night, everybody.